Hey folks, how's it going? This is Seagull here, and seems like I was very likely right to predict that we will get 3 expansion packs in total for The Sims 4 in 2025. We already got businesses and hobbies in early March, so that did seem to make it more likely alongside the 25th anniversary of the Sims franchise being this year too. And now the recent roadmap has just come to an end, Motherload season, because the final kits that were on there released this week. So what we get from here is a complete mystery, though possibly not for much longer. Anadius tweeted this yesterday, saying, right, forgot to say, the 3 kits released yesterday have numbers 96, 97, and 98. EP 19 has number 99. That probably won't change, and it will be the next DLC. And EP 20 has number 102, but that might still change. So there will be, at minimum, 2 DLCs between expansion pack 19 and expansion pack 20. So looks like we're not getting another pair of kits next like I thought. We're just jumping right into the next expansion pack with the next season of The Sims 4. Then between that and whatever expansion pack comes after that, there will be at least 2 DLCs between. And I think a pretty easy guess here is that those 2 DLCs in between are kits, because now we always get kits in at least pairs. So that's probably just going to fill that gap right there. And that is really annoying because seriously, what happened to stuff packs and game packs? I thought for sure at least one of those would come back this year, but that is just getting less and less likely as time progresses. It's down to kits and expansion packs at this point. So little pieces of DLC that don't really give that much in the long run. And then the big packs that break the game. Nothing in between. It's just one extreme to the other. So I really hope they change that up soon, because I really don't like this. I would not mind going back down to 2 DLC types, but I'd much rather it be expansion packs and stuff packs, kind of like during the Sims 2 days. Except with the stuff packs of The Sims 4, they do have some gameplay, not just clothing, objects, and a bit of music. So you could still have some smaller offerings mixed in with the big ones, but then even the smaller stuff would have more substance. And the stuff packs have gotten a lot more consistent in terms of quality. It's not like what we had for most of the earlier ones. So I think that would be so much better in the long run. And then there's already so many kits to choose from anyways. But it does look like a summer expansion pack is super likely now. And since then, it should end up being the first thing on the roadmap. I can't imagine it coming out any later than July. They'll probably reveal the roadmap this month. I'll actually talk a little bit more about a specific time in May later on in this video. But then I think we'll get the trailer and first blog post for the expansion pack in June, and then July is when it'll actually release. Then we may see the 2 kits at the end of August to just wrap up the season. And then going off what Anadius is saying, the season after that would also start off with an expansion pack. If the season starts in September, then I don't think they would wait any longer than late October to release that expansion pack. However, that does throw off the timing a little bit from what I was originally hoping for, because I brought up in previous videos, there is that calendar that was sent to those of us in the EA Creator Network program, and there was the burglars that we got just before March. It's still pretty close timing. And then in November, there's a picture of a band from The Sims 3 Late Night. So it's like, oh, well, the fall expansion pack could be bands. I mean, it doesn't have to be right on November for it to be a correct guess, but yeah, interesting. Maybe we'll already have bands in October. Though it would be funny if we did get them during summer instead, because we had that Sim Sessions event some years back where there were some guest artists that were turned into Sims, and then they could perform in the Willow Creek Park. It was actually pretty cool. It's probably my favorite event that they've ever done for The Sims 4. So maybe they could bring that back. That could be something, and have a whole music theme going for the next roadmap. Then that could alternatively leave the fall expansion to be some sort of spooky or occult theme again, just like last year. And then we could get that fairies and plant sim overhaul idea that I came up with. But either way, I think one of the 2 expansion packs is going to be a huge curveball, because they love just doing these random ideas once in a while. They're not always just fan requests. Now to talk about when I think we may get the next roadmap. There is this EA publisher sale that just started, and it runs until May 15th. Maybe they'll reveal the roadmap when they end this sale. I could imagine that being pretty sensible timing. It wouldn't be right after those 3 kits released. It would have some time in between the 2, but then it would still leave about 2 weeks until June, and then early June might be when we get the full announcement for the next expansion. Another thing about May 15th is that it falls on a Thursday, so we tend to get Sims announcements on Tuesdays and Thursdays. It could be any time during that week that we get the roadmap. I don't know if they would necessarily wait until the sale ends. I don't usually base my predictions off the timings of sales, but maybe that's worth considering this time around. So May the 15th is not next week, but the week after. The more I think about it, the more it makes sense to me. That's pretty much it. So feel free to let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. And one last thing I want to mention is that we are very close to 35,000 subscribers. We have been for a while, but now we're around 20 away. So I would really appreciate it if you do like my content that you subscribe, so we can finally hit that number. That would be amazing. So yeah, with that, be sure to subscribe if you would like to keep up with my latest gaming content. I will talk to you all later, and have a great day. Thanks for watching.